It doesn't matter if it's 6 months apart, 15 years apart, any of that. It really depends on the maturity and the desire of those involved to actually be in alignment and that be their intention.
Alaikum, peace. Coach Nyla.
And Coach Nazir. We are founders of Outstanding Personal Relationships. And we're going to have a Q&A. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. I'm going to try to do some other stuff. So you can take over the mic, please.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. I'll praise Allah. We're doing a Q&A. Just finished up the Relationship Mastery Inner Circle training today. So we're doing a live Q&A on relationships, on polygyny. So ask your questions. Inshallah, we'll get to them and answer them. We're also doing a live, like the call in through Clubhouse, our Clubhouse app. So yeah, you can see that. You can see the Clubhouse app handles at Coach Nyla, at Coach Nazir, at Coach Fatimah. That's, so follow us on Clubhouse, guys. And you guys click the bell. You get notified when we go live on Clubhouse as well. If you're on YouTube, click the notification bell so you're notified when we go live and when we post new videos, as we do that weekly. Yeah, here we go. While we go live, I start to, like I have a frog in my throat. So, also, guys, let us know where you are watching us from. As stated before, you have any questions, post your questions. Make sure when you do post your questions, though, put question marks before and after the question, because it makes it easier for us to differentiate if it's a question or a comment, and we can get to those faster. And another thing, share, because sharing is caring. Make sure you're sharing to the groups that you're in, share it on your profile, your feed, all that other great stuff. It definitely helps with the algorithm, and we want to be able to put more content out for everybody. So, when the algorithm likes us, we are seeing more and we can help more people, inshallah. We're going to get started in a few minutes. Give some time for people to
have questions,
join.
Post question mark, inshallah.
You didn't hear that. Again, if you have question marks, if you have question marks, yeah, you might have question marks too. But if you have questions, make sure you put question marks before, as well as after, because we want to be able to differentiate from the question and the comments and get to the questions in a timely manner as soon as possible, quickly, all that other good stuff, any type of synonym that goes with that. So, yeah. Let us know where you are watching us from. And again, welcome or listening, right? And thanks for joining us. Congratulations on investing in, in your relationships and all that other great stuff, because a lot of times when people are tuning in, they are investing that time in their relationships and learning more about how to have outstanding relationships. And we truly appreciate the love and the support that we've been getting from you guys.
South Africa.
South Africa.
Can't pronounce your name, bro, but welcome. I can try Magavizi Seti. I think that's it. Something like that. I can't share the different groups. This is your thing, so if you can share it, that'd be fine. I'm used to mine. I don't have it. All right. So with that being said, all right, cool. Now, there's some common questions that we normally get. We can get those out of the way very quickly. Prayerfully spend maybe close to half an hour, depending on the number of questions. So if you do have questions, you can feel free to go ahead and either inbox us, or you can raise your hand if you're on Clubhouse, because they are listening via audio, or email us as well. So I don't know if we're going to be able to really get to the emails. It's just the two of us are here today. So we are getting some different questions and stuff now that we're going to get to. But really quickly, people ask, do you all live in one house? No, we don't. All right, you see two of us right now. I mean, Coach Fatimah, she's also in the clubhouse room and everything, kind of helping us from that end. But we have two different homes. I've been married to Coach Fatimah for 26 years, and for Coach Nyla for 11 years. All right, so we've been actively practicing polygyny for 11 years. So with that being said, it's not just us three. We do have a number of children. So under us as parents is 12 children total, all right, ranging from 25 years old to 3 years old. All right, Coach Fatimah and I have 7. Coach Nyla and I have 3, plus I also have 2 bonus children. Okay, so that's a dozen. All right, so yeah, all under one roof. I mean, maybe if that roof was like 7,500 or 10,000 square feet, maybe. But even then, I think it's always best practice to let the women have their own separate quarters. I mean, the queen really deserves her own areas anyway. It makes things a lot easier. So no, we do not live under the same roof.
You will focus more on your marriage. So it can definitely be successful and also be unsuccessful if that's what you choose to do. That's why you want to make sure that you're minding your own marriage and what works for you. Wow, this is bad. What works for you is is what you strive to do. And we talk about that when it comes to comparing and competing and things as far as that. Once that enters into the picture, that's when things can get a little janky and a little tricky.
So my take on it, listen, marriages can work if you work on your marriages. Doesn't matter, monogamy, polygyny, what have you, marriages can work. All right, but you have to be willing to work on it. It doesn't matter if it's 6 months apart, 15 years apart, any of that. It really depends on the maturity and the desire of those involved to actually be in alignment, and that be their intention. Okay, so can it work if it's only 3 years old? We're looking at the wrong measurement. All right, the metric that you're looking at is the length of marriage. The length of marriage doesn't matter. It really doesn't. What matters is the maturity of the individuals involved in the marriage. So, yeah. I don't remember the name.
Yeah, it was I forgot the name of it too, but it's on our YouTube channel. Coach Nyla actually did a video on it about does the length of the marriage determine, like, I think it was like the love, or the love and everything like that. So as he stated, you gotta be careful with what you measure it by. And it's definitely by the work that you put in and the intention behind it and the maturity as well.
Missouri, South Africa, Suad in Minnesota. Does Coach Nazir do relationship coaching or counseling? Look here, Tanisha. Wait, Tanisha. It's Tanisha, right? It's Tanisha. All right, listen. My name is Nazir. Now, I know Nazir is a more common name. Matter of fact, I have a son named Nazir who is named after my brother, Rahimahullah. But it's not Nazir. It's Nazir. And I know it's spelled with a Z. So when y'all see, you're like, Coach Nazir, it's Nazir. We use Z in English only because there's not a letter representing thou or the sound the. All right. The challenge is we use the sound all the time, but we don't have a letter for it. Like I just said, the word the, there, those. It's like a DH sound. That's what it is in Arabic. So in English, they just transliterated with the letter Z. So there's no Z in my name. There's no Z sound in my name. So, but it's Coach Nazir. So if you want to spell it Natheer, Nadher, it's all good. Or Nazir, that's fine. But Nasr is a totally different name. Even Nazir is a different name, but in Arabic, Nazir means really little, small, and insignificant. So that's not my name. It's Nazir. But Tanisha, do we do individual counseling? Here's our challenge. Do we do relationship coaching or counseling? Yes, we do. We actually have 12-week group coaching as well as 12-week individual coaching. All right. But right now, we're waitlisted until about the middle of next month, middle of July. So we have an application process and everything the person must go through. But we do that. It's a 12-week coaching course. We all have it individually that we do. So we do. And if you are on our email list, you will get notified before anyone else, before social media or anyone else, because there are a lot of people that already ask us that. And at the same time, we believe in making sure we have appropriate balance. We're spending the proper time with our family. So it's not about, oh, it's just the money from this and money from that. No, that's not it. All right, we want to help as many people as possible. We're committed to helping over 1,000 families, but we're not going to do it at the expense of getting out of whack with our family. All right. So, again, balance is very important. But if you are on our email list, you will get notifications of that. And we also do have other things as well. Like, for example, the 5-day marriage, successful marriage challenge that we did is extremely effective. You're talking about over 60 pages of worksheet just from the Queen's edition. And then you have mine, which is like 15 or 20. But the hours that we put into it and the depth that we put into it is very, very beneficial. I mean, just hearing the different testimonials and people who have benefited from it and really share it with others and watch it repeatedly, there's a lot that can be uncovered in that. And it's also less expensive. Okay, so just letting you know, if money is an issue or a challenge for you, then the 5-day successful marriage challenges may be best for you. And we'll put a link in there. But yep, we do have coaching and relationship coaching. So yeah, Tanisha. All right, Marta. She said, my question, how do you sharing the insurance or what document legal for both wives? That's a good question. We even discussed it last week in a few different things. So we're not going to spend a lot of time there, but it just comes down to funds and money. You know what I'm saying? There's lawful, then there's legal. So I'm not going to go into it again because we went into it maybe for about 10 or 15 minutes in a prior video. I believe it was last week with myself and Coach Fatimah. But that's just a matter of money. I mean, when it comes to insurances, whether you are providing insurance for your families through a corporation or self-employed or individually, you can purchase that. Whether, different types of insurance, car insurances, you don't even need to, it doesn't even matter. You can cover whatever vehicle. So contracts are easy to pretty much do and cover you and what your rights are. You don't need an outside third party to do so if you want to. I mean, that's okay. However, when it comes to marriage licenses or certificates, you can only have one of those at a time. So, hopefully that helps, but it'd be better to go in more detail by checking the previous video, inshallah. But it's a matter usually of money than anything else. I'm sorry. Let's go ahead. Can you recommend books for self or personal development? Yeah, we've done that quite a bit. Matter of fact, you'll also find that in the 5-day successful marriage challenge. It depends on your areas and the skills that you're attempting to build. So for me as a man, some of the foundational books I would suggest just in general, all right? No matter what your religious or spiritual background is you have to increase your leadership, especially when it comes to polygyny. You have to become more. So when I talk about becoming more, you have to clearly be able to influence and lead more, beginning with yourself. So books like 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell, important 360-degree leader by the same author, developing the leader within you, developing the leader around you, winning with people, all of these are by the same author. Okay, so that's very, very important. And then, of course, when it comes to increasing your financial IQ, I mean, Robert Kiyosaki, the best personal finance author, his book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, Cash Flow Quadrant. There are a number of different areas. So, things by Jim Rohn. So there's a lot. Do you have any, let's say from the sister side?
Yeah, a few things. Today Matters is one of my favorite. Yeah.
By John C. Maxwell.
By John C. Maxwell. And that helps out because, of course, we can tend to, have a lot of things going on and our emotions can get out of whack or feeling some type of way about certain things. And it definitely helps bring you out of a funk, help you get through some challenges and things like that. That's an amazing book. Relationship-wise, I'm in love with Argument-Free Marriage by Fawn Weaver. And she did a TED Talk, which is a whole other story for another day of how that came into my life. And another book for relationships that I love a lot is The 7 Principles of a Successful Marriage. So those are some really key books and they're very easy reads and very effective.
All right. Salam Abu Sumaya. All right. He's just chiming in from Guyana, South America, the Caribbean region. Yeah. That's what's up. South America. I have Chile and Brazil in my plans. All right. Zalia coaching surrounding polygyny. No, we actually, it depends on what a person's, yeah, she own it. Okay. No, it don't. It's really about really high performance. All right, becoming better. So I have clients that are single that are looking to get married, that are actually being proactive. And those are some of my favorite clients because they already know the value of coaching and investing in themselves so that they're okay before getting into a relationship or embarking on a new journey. I think what's her name? Did that the actress that I can never remember her name? Start with a V.
Viola Davis.
Yeah, Viola Davis did something similar. But so it really depends on the end goal of our clients. That's why we have a questionnaire, and it's about 80 some questions that you have to fulfill or fill out beforehand just to see if we're a match, because we may not be a match. We've had people that we decided not to work with. So no, it's not just surrounding polygyny. That is a factor of it because again, there are very few resources that are really discussing this form of marriage, and we are addressing it and tackling it head on. So we have a lot of people from that either intend to or are participating in that want that type of support, and many aren't qualified, and they yeah. So no, it doesn't just deal with polygyny is a short answer, but not enough resources out there to deal with it. So we also deal with that as well.
Right. Mainly focuses on you because that's what you can control. Control you. And then, like you said, building on that foundation of self improvement, self reflection and things as far as that, and then building it into your relationships and other areas in your life. And of course, polygyny, if you choose to or you are practicing that, that's one of them.
Good question, sis. All right, so move this out the way. I've heard you many times give good advice in battling jealousy, but if I've heard you correctly, you three have a rule of no hugging your husband in front of one another. All right. And if you texted me, nothing. No, okay, cool. Let's clarify that really quickly. All right, I don't have a rule of no hugging or anything like that. We don't necessarily do what is it?
PDA.
Yeah, PDA. Person displays affection, not going to be all kissing and slobbing a wife up and all that kind of stuff. That's not appropriate anyway. Regarding public or yeah. But no, I don't. I know Coach Fatimah prefers not to or has expressed that before. You know what I'm saying? But that was a thing of the past. So it's not something that, oh my gosh, she's hugging her, I have a problem or jealousy. No, not at all. It depends on circumstances and things like that. But we don't have any issues when it comes to. I don't have any issue anyway. Like after Salat. For those of you who watched the video where we talked a little bit more about setting family traditions, I have something called Asr or after Salat recharge. And that's where we hug and we kiss everybody, let them know we love them, and so on and so forth with siblings, the children, and so on. So yeah, and we, maybe departing from our family meeting and stuff like that, and that's pretty much the thing. But I'm the one that's more conscious of, different things and different feelings, how something may feel, or it might just be an annoyance or just a little sting. But it's not something that no, that's not something that's really an issue.
No, it's good that you say that too, that you being, aware and being conscious of it. That's the thing, as far as men and being men, and men who practice polygyny, being aware and being conscious, because we've actually got questions too about, well, if this wife feel this way, then why does other wife doing? Because we may not know, and because we're not conscious of it, but the leadership rises and falls a lot on the husband, on the men, and they are the protectors and the maintainers and the providers of women. So to be able to see that and balance that is an amazing thing, and to be able to do it in a constructive way is also awesome as well.
Excellent. If you do want to join us on Clubhouse and ask your question live, feel free to do that. The name of the room is Polygyny Q&A with Coach Nazir and Nyla. Of course, Coach Fatimah's in the room as well. So feel free to jump on there and follow us on Clubhouse as we go ahead and explore this new social media forum that is really, really interesting. The initial wife hates me and wants me, and he wants to marry me this year. I don't know how this will work, and she hasn't made peace with it. How could I make our relationship work between me and her? Here are 3 ways outstanding personal relationships can help you.
One is by following us on our social medias. Follow us on IG at Outstanding Relationships and on Facebook and YouTube at Outstanding Personal Relationships. And make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell.
Number 2, make sure you head over to outstandingpersonalrelationships.com and subscribe to the email list. From there, you will get downloads as well as updates, any and all updates. And you also get an update on the release of our new book, Let's Talk Polygyny, Uncensored.
Number 3, if you are serious about polygyny relationships and really developing fulfillment and happiness, make sure you register for our Relationship Mastery Inner Circle, which is members only, which includes downloads, it includes access to us live on a weekly basis. So that's at outstandingpersonalrelationships.com/RM. We'll see you soon. Assalamu alaikum.
Peace.